Hello, my name is Jared, and here we are going to talk about demonstrating permissive discipline. Let's move on to the next slide. Permissive discipline is known to be more relaxed and has less restrictions, or usually gives more free will of their child's decisions. Now, parents can usually do this through allowing their children to learn from the experiences that they have in their life rather than disciplining them. This will help them to be able to explore and find out things about themselves while also seeing the consequences of their actions. Now, there's also compromising with the children, giving them things practically. And here's an example, basically. If a child knocks over a vase, a parent may say, "It's okay, it was not your fault," or they may say, I'll give you something nice just because," or "I'll give you a toy if you stop crying over this and everything. It's not your fault." So that's basically what permissive discipline is. Now, compromise. Compromise is used to stop bad behavior by giving an ultimatum that will benefit the child and you. An example is buying a treat for a child in exchange of them stopping their crying. Now, the way that this would help you is basically to stop having a little child cry aloud in the house and yelling, and also they get something nice as well, a little toy or treat, so that they can feel pleasure. Let's move on to the next slide. Learning from experience. Learning from experience is a concept used to let children find the consequences of their actions. Some examples are a child touching a hot stove, or they run up the stairs too fast and trip and fall. Now, let's start with the first one. A child touching a hot stove. If they decide to touch the hot stove, they realize that this causes me a lot of pain, and I don't want to do this again, because if I do it again, then I'm going to be in a lot of pain again. Same thing with running up the stairs too fast. If they run up the stairs too fast, they realize that maybe it's not a good idea to spend all my energy running up some stairs just to, fall on my face and cry. Now, there are pros of permissive discipline, and it usually includes encouraging independence. The child is free. They understand things about themselves. They are positive, they are outgoing, they are forward. And they are able to also build better relationships with parents. They have a certain connection to parents, and because of how much they did for them. And they have also a great, sometimes, self-esteem. They're confident about their choices. They're, again, outgoing. They're positive, usually. Let's move on to the next slide, though. And this next slide is the consequences of permissive discipline. Now, yes, while permissive discipline allows for independence and strong-willed children, there's also problems. Children may have problems with bad decision-making. They can't exactly go forward anymore or do anything because their parents has practically spoiled them their entire lives. And this leads to behavioral issues. They may cry or have tantrums to get what they want and may be very needy. And the child will possibly become entitled. They may feel like that everything belongs to them and that everything is theirs. So finally, thank you for listening to this video, and I'm glad you were listening.